Bien le bonjour everyone and welcome to my fourth take of Philip's the second video. I am so tired. You can see the time here. And because it's the fourth take, you can assume I started a while ago. I am exhausted. So let's go. This time is the right one. Fourth time is a charm, is what you say, English people, right? Right? Please tell me it is. So enough joking around. Philip II, amazing commander. But before talking about him, I want to talk about leadership because I'm very happy with what they did. Basically, before it got announced, I wanted to make a video about leadership to give ideas about rework. I remember a Q&A not very long ago where someone asked, will you ever rework leadership because they sucks? And they said, yeah, we're working on it. And with that, by seeing that guy, I think, yes, they started reworking them. I basically had two ideas I wanted to share. They already covered one. It was saying, for instance, teaser here, remove such requirement of having multi-troop types in leadership's commander skills. So this skill is the reason, is one of the main culprits why leadership commander are not working. And they got rid of it. And instead of having requirement for troop types, well, you get something different for each troop type, and that's very nice. But because it's a first, yeah, it's a first take on the rework. It's a bit boring. It's a bit how do you say it? Blonde. I mean, it's very vanilla. I mean, it's just plain stats. I hope in the next one they go further. For instance, if you're running archer, you can heal a bit. If you're running infantry, you can get one extra combo attack, 10% every 10 seconds. I don't know. I don't care that much about the number. And if you're running cavalry, you can run away faster. Yes, I hate cav mains. Sorry if I break your ears, but I had to say it. All right, enough joking around. So yeah, step in the right direction. Go further for the next ones. I'm very happy about that. It's a it's a good design. The other thing they have to rework, and this will bring me back to Philip in a bit. Rework that crap. It's garbage. There is nothing good in there. It's terrible design. And this is good, but it's again free troop types. Same free troop types. It's it's maybe the only good thing in there. Okay, it's defense, so there are good circumstances. Okay, it's nice. This is for garrisoning basically, because whenever you get hit in open field, you will run away. Healing, useless. Troop capacity, in KVK where you get bazillion troop capacity, it's inconsequential. And by the way, leadership commanders are mainly used for garrisoning, so it is useless. Normal damage, it's good, but it's not great. So basically, useless, uh, not great, not great, useless, goodish, not great. So there is nothing good. It's even worse, and even worse. Rework that completely. Anything, anything but that is gonna be better. I mean, even nothing would be better because at least people would be using points in better places. I'm pretty sure I could get something better by going there. I don't know. All right, maybe I'm a bit too extreme. So what I suggest, as I said, anything but that is gonna be an improvement. What I suggest is to make 3 branches. Basically, draw a line here. On the left, you have everything gonna be related to cavalry. Over here, everything gonna be related to infantry, and you draw a third branch, and everything gonna be related to archers, for instance. I think that would be very good. So if I consider that talent tree to be so garbage, this has implications over our good pal Philip. He has to be secondary. So I know a lot of people are losing the marble over that skill. Saying, yeah, he has to be the primary because I want to buff and marches to deal more damage. No. Calm down. Calm down. Have some copium and calm down. You will be fine. You will be fine. Remember Boudica and Zugayan. So we put Boudica secondary, and it was working fine despite a debuff. You're gonna be fine. I pre-drew this. So basically here we have a round of combat and here we have our marches. So here is a infinite number of an undefined numbers of rounds. So you start the fight there and after a certain number of rounds, your marches are gonna cast their active skill on turn C. I don't know which one it is. X is activation, so March 1 start here, March 4 start here. Oh, wait, actually, seems I'm ready to tie red. Alright, that should be like this, and up, 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 it's better. So yeah, you start casting your active skill there. Some marches are a bit slower for their rage, because feral procs, because on procs, because whatever. Or maybe even further beyond, maybe this one got silenced by Guan, I don't know. You will never, my point is, you will never be in sync. On your second skill cycle, maybe the fifth one will catch up on the March ones that had a very good luck with, I don't know, YSG proc, on an arm proc, on a feral nature proc, all spread out on 3 different rounds, casted super fast, and now it's slower because you're less lucky. You will never be in sync. You will be so desync that maybe the Philip is there, maybe Philip is the second of here, and he's gonna cast his active skill there, and it will be on for those 2 marches. It's possible. It's very, very possible. So yeah, don't sweat it. Don't bother. Just let it flow. Let it go. Take a breath. You will be fine. This skill is very good and does not require Philip to be the primary. He will be perfectly fine as a secondary despite that skill. So now that I mentioned the elephant in the room, we already start mentioning that skill, so I think it's time to move on back to the game and mention Alex. A contender for the longest longevity in the game. I think the only other contender is YSG. Guan just died, killed by Ragnar, and it was released after Alex, so shorter. Very long life, but shorter than Alex. And Alex is still meta since release, and now he's about to die because Philip 2 is Alexander 2. Basically, they are doing the same thing. So here we have 30% damage debuff. The shield is. I'm gonna ignore the shield. Maybe it's a bit harsh on Alex, but 30% more damage. Let's get back to Philip. 20% more damage and 10% less damage taken if we stretch our minds a tiny bit. That's basically 30% damage differential. I know it's mathematically wrong to say that, but conceptually it's right. Also, Alex is a debuff on 3 enemy targets. Philip is a buff on 5 allied targets. But he's just newer, so of course he's gonna be stronger. Power creep happens. Next, we have plain stats, plain stats, plain stats, plain stats. Simple. So quickly, those skills are good. Maybe, yeah, I will digress a bit and talk a bit in depth about those ones. Archer are getting S on intrigue defense is not as amazing as you think because just look at this. Just look at this. The 2 main infantry commanders. Where am I? I'm lost. All right. Luce, 20% defense. Does he have some? No, he does. He doesn't. All right. Just wanted to make sure. 30% defense. Look at the gear. I'm not even fully talented. 58% plus 3, 61% defense. Infantry are overloaded with defense. Your health to defense ratio is completely off. Oh, and by the way, something completely off topic. They are bringing back the rock, paper, scissors because infantry are moving towards true damage that completely ignores defense. So they want archer to counter very hard infantry. I think this is good design. Do I? Actually, I do not. I do not care that much. I didn't put too much thought in it, but yeah, it's happening. And for infantry, for archer, getting else is starting to hurt because look, if I'm pairing Zhuge with Shajar, two else commander, my bad, through buffs, I actually have way more health than defense, and I'm not even running my 15% health city skin. I would be at 190 health for 140 defense. It's amazing. So yeah, yeah, it's a very good skill, but you gotta be careful what you pair, of what you're pairing. And sadly, I'm gonna go on for the next skill. If you're paying very close attention, you know the best pair for Philip is gonna be Liu because of that skill. That skill is overlooked as hell. Oh, and by the way, small Easter egg: Conqueror of Cheronia, and if I go back to good old pal Alex, Battle of Cheronia. So yeah, they are the same commander. I will go check on each story channel to see if they're related in some way. Probably, but I think they're not on the same era. So back on topic. That skill, broken as hell. This is probably the best skill in the kit, and it's overlooked. I mean, let's pick up there. You can't read, it's too small, I think, so I will redo it. Free target, 300, 800, 2040, but because it's reduced by 15 per target, that's 45% reduction. I have to multiply by 0.55, and that's the total damage. So it's lower than Alex. Alexander is 1700, but Philip has rage reduction, and that is very good because it's a huge amount. 100 is a lot. 100 is definitely gonna delay your opponent's active skill by a round easily, hands down. Oh, and by the way, it's 3-second cooldown, just like Alex. And 3-second cooldown with Liu Che has a good chance of happening twice before before the first kill cycle even occurs. It's OP and it's completely overlooked. This is super strong. So by the way, we already covered all Alex's skills. And Philip has one left. is There is such a big gap in age between those two that dude power crept so hard he has one more skill, Virginia's Son. And I have to talk about that skill because I'm now used to very bad phrasing from Lilith on bad tooltips. I took a good period of time over that one, and that's basically why I deleted my second take. I wasn't sure, but the more I read this, the more I realize a lot of people said, "Hey, you have Philip has 30% chance to double cast his active skill, and the other commander has 20% chance to cast his active skill." No, 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 no. That's not how it works. The primary commander has 40% chance to double cast, and the secondary commander has 20% chance to cast. Whoever is the primary and whoever is the secondary. By the way, remember you will always use Philip as a secondary, so Philip will have 20% chance to double cast if the primary did not double cast at 40% chance. And that's actually amazing. That's even better because what I was gonna say, what I was saying in my other takes, and what I'm gonna say is that you want to double cast very strong active skills. What are the strongest active skill right now? Well, it's still Zhuge Ragnar, and Liu Che. Those are the best three active skills. So to me, that's the three commanders where we should be looking at first. So I know a lot of people mention that this skill is the strongest one because it deals insane numbers, which is true, but it's skill damage. Liu Che is doing normal damage, which is stronger because there is way less normal damage mitigation in the game than there is skill damage mitigation. I remember Buzz Driver did a very good video about that. I don't want to copy people, so go check him out. He's very good. I think he's yeah, he's a we are doing basically the same type of video. We're going very in depth. So if it does something, I won't do it myself. I think it would be pointless. I'm not here to live out of YouTube. I'm just having fun. I'm practicing my English, and yeah, I'm not here for the money or anything like that. I want to share information. I want to have good players with me. Basically, that game is driving me crazy. I Theory Crisis is a good game, but then I hate humans. Whenever I'm done with that, I, I want to kill humans like crazy. I wanted this to put a solo mode where I go with 5 of my own marches just to not play with people. So if I make people better at the game, I'm fine. I won. So back on topic. To me, there are, as I said, three contenders: Zhuge Ragnar, Luce, and I think Luce is the best one, just because of the fourth skill. I mean, there is double synergy here. Good synergy once, good synergy twice. I mean, what do you want more? I mean, by the way, you have an instant proc here, you have an instant proc here, sort of. No, not here. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Yeah. He basically has double instant proc, which is very nice because then people crying out about that skill not being on the primary will be able to deal with it a bit easier because that 40% more damage that can be even more relevant even if it's not on the active skill. So yeah, you will be fine. Oh, and by the way, if you double cast Luces on most commanders, let's get back the Excel sheet. So let's start from here. On most commanders with a double cast, so first cast, downtime, cast, usually over this period of time, you generate so much rage that often you are at 1000 here. And what happens is that the primary start casting all over again, but on a whole new skill cycle. So if Philip is a secondary, you start buffing yourself here, buff lasts for 2 turns, turn 1, turn 2. So yeah, it might happen, guys. It might clearly happen. I know that Luce do not have Rejuvenate, but he has better than Rejuvenate. He has combo attacks, so I do not own Luce, so I can't find a report for that, but I'm 99% confident this happens. This happens all the time with Jeanne, whether she's primary or secondary, so higher Rejuvenate or lower Rejuvenate. So, and by the way, if I go pick just a plain random report every time I mess up, if a random one. So let's go here. Level 41, I think he will die too fast, but let's check it out. Primary first activation. Oh, but I do not have a double cast here. I'm stupid. Did I favorite them? I did not. Oh, no, sorry, I do not have any reports. So yeah, I'm talking nonsense now, but basically the video is done. Actually, I do not have much else to say. Oh, see, yeah, maybe should you invest in him right away? If what you're running as your single infantry march is Luce Alex, definitely. Just whenever he gets released, dump 700 gold heads in him, and you're fine. You will be fine. It's not like Wallace. When he got teased, I wrote before doing videos, I was sending mails to my alliance, and I thought to myself, hey, I could reach more people if I do videos. So I started making videos. Yeah, so I wrote a mail about Wallace saying, I'm not even sure if he's gonna be better than Alex, and if he is, he's not probably not gonna be that much better. I mean, not better enough to justify 700 gold heads. So for Wallace, I wasn't sure, and turns out I was right to be very skeptical because he's not better than Alex. But that dude is much better than Alex. Definitely worth investing. Again, only if you're running one march, infantry march, and if it's Luce Alex. If you're running two infantry march, and let's say you're on Luce Alex, and you're still on Guan Scipio, unsure about running Ragnar or not, here it's getting a bit more complicated. The best would be to get both Ragnar and Philip, but you might not have the godheads for that. And here I'm unsure. Here you will have to wait the test to see how much better Philip is over Alex. And if he's really that much better, well, Philip. If he's not that much better, well, probably Ragnar, because Ragnar is definitely much better than Guan. So here it is. I think that's all I had to say. So thank you for watching. My next video is going to be about engineering commanders. And again, the video was too late. I wanted to make the video before they announced Stefan. Uh, just like my leadership rework ideas, I will look like bozo by saying it now, but I knew Stefan was gonna be garbage. That's my teaser for the next video, so see you there. Thank you for watching.